What's the minimum that a peace officer should have?
It's good to have a general peace officer,
Yeah.
but it'd be good to have a category of peace officer, public safety official, who has a minimum of an undergraduate degree, hopefully more, in sociology, ethics, history, various humanities, things which actually increase their ability to make judgment calls in a larger context.
Yeah.
With that, the right to actually supersede lower grades of law enforcement. The same people should also have understanding of fire prevention, safety, first aid, to a certain degree, non-violent conflict resolution, both physical and mental, psychological.
Sounds like a good dad.
Exactly. We actually need that role to actually be incorporated into our society. It's something we actually lose a bit with our heavy specialization and general default system. To me, that would be like what I would call like Justicar, or the soft version of Judge Dredd, whatever you want to call it. But just like people who can intervene with situations without it necessarily being in an adversational, okay, you're a criminal, okay, no, this is the situation, both sides, relax right now, boom. It'd take a hell of a lot of training and qualification to create that
who's
class.
close to that, but very under supported with orphans.
I'll see you
Alright.
Monday.
Yeah, I'll try to do it.
Alright.
Go on.
With orphans, as they get into adolescence and then they're approaching 18, I wish the state relinquishes anything to do with them. Like they just were done. But they have these. They're usually guys, but it's a position where the man has a home with bedrooms. He takes in this adolescent, this teenager, for anywhere from 6 to 18 months, leading up to their release. And they actually live with this mentor type guy.
If you see me around, give me more information on that. You just described a career that I've been actually like dreaming of. Once I'm actually mature enough and have enough skills under my belt, tolerance, and ideally a partner who can also like balance me out.
Yeah.
You just described what I want to do.
So they have something like
years
that.
Of my life.
But here's what's messed up about it. Messed up the way the province and the city does it. This guy doesn't know these kids until they're like 15, 16 years old. He's in their life for such a short time before they're adults and like are completely responsible for their actions, and no one is going to help them out. And they've got all kinds of behavioral problems because they've been in the system for 16 years and he's like, and they dump this on him, and he does his job, but it's like, how much change can you make in that person's life?
An incredible amount. Sometimes a simple smile can change someone's life. Something like that. It's like, I've thought about this for years. It's like, maybe at least another 12 to 15 years of personal development before I step up to it. But that sounds like my dream job. I just have to be like, know that like regardless of the situation in some kid's history, they get the absolute most I could give without me ever getting like too personally involved in a negative way. Like,
you're the guy who should be doing this. You're one of the many men who should be doing this. I think there's a lot of men out there, especially in both places, in Canada and the US. I think there's a lot of men who are like, they're at this point in their life where they don't have families themselves. They're good men, they're responsible people, but they're not being like given a way to communicate and participate.
It's a weird thing. It's like with qualifications, a lot of friends in various festivals and other communities I'm part of refer to me as like basically a surrogate uncle. Not a dad, not anything else.
I had that. When I was growing up, I had many of those. Most of them were friends of my dad.
Yeah.
And they were like, they were as much dads to me as my dad was.
So it's basically a positive paternal influence without the close attachment or engagement that happens with the mirroring generations of constant contact.
Yeah. And without that role, like, what do you call it? Concreteness. Like, there can be such a strict and inflexible role between father and son.
Okay, I'll be right back.